Welcome back to Nightmare Paradise. A little disclosure. Last session, as soon as I cut off the recording, um, something interesting very happened, meaning to not only to the characters for the story, but also to their levels. They went from a level 10 to a level 6. Because they leveled up last session, they could not be level 11, so I decided to put in a little bit of a gamble to, shoot the story much more forward and make it a little bit harder on these guys. They got to keep their feats, all of their feats, whether if they multi-class into it or not. They still got to keep all of their features from either whenever they do the ability score improvement or choose a feat. They get to choose. They get to keep those feats. If they did the ability score improvement, they would have kept those. But I would say they would only have to keep one of them. Not all of them, just one. When it comes to the ability score improvement, it was up to them. I gave them their choice. They picked their gambits. So we're going to continue off where last we left off. Solvereign getting his answers, being very, very, very heartbroken and very fueled with anger that he retaliated against his father, slaying his father in the process, and these guys also taking care of Spider, knocking it down from both Wolf and Spider, being two of the fillet of 9 members that they have quote-unquote taken out. So that means there are 7 left of the fillet of 9. You guys, from Theramore's teleportation circle and a little bit of her magic almost going off, but able to keep it composed, were able to teleport to one of the other dragon isles known as Amiron. Amiron is a red sapphire dragon that changes scales between day and night, day being red scales, blue being night scales. Now, circling to this, when you guys actually got there, you noticed in the sky that there was a sun for some reason up in Amiron. And everywhere you've always been, it's always just been the 3 moons. All of you have only been seeing the sun until you see Amiron scales shift between that reddish, almost, I would say, kind of a strawberry-ish color, a little bit more reddish pinkish, straight to a very, very light blue violet color. To where you see him shift and he looks up. Hold on 1 second. Takes one gander in full-on ancient dragon shape, steps off the ledge, breathes in, and shoots out a big plume of blue-violet flames straight from his, spewing straight out of his mouth all the way up into the sky, to where you see it changes from a sun straight back into the lunar moon that it was, that it is now. Seeing out to the sky, it is a toggle saying that it is now nighttime. And you guys are pretty exhausted, but you do have enough energy to explore, not only on the school grounds to where Amiron is, the school grounds being of the rave. And there's also another key bit of information that Amiron has mentioned, to where as soon as he got done signaling it for everyone that it is nighttime, he shifts back into one of the 3 forms that you're seeing. You're now seeing the second one. You guys have never seen the third one except for one of you. You are seeing, before you saw it was a male, kind of in sleek, thick, thin clothing, very tight clothing. And this one, you're now seeing what looks to be probably right around a 45-year-old woman, but kind of looks slick for her time, kind of wearing different clothing, kind of hunter clothing a little bit. Hunter garbs with a mask on, anything. Kind of looks like chic a little bit. And you kind of see, but the clothing is entirely in black and silver. You see a hint of red and blue scaling on the sides of Myron's face, and you just see like a bit of like blue, like red and blue earrings on opposite sides of the ears as Myron is looking at you. Right. Now, as I've mentioned before, I am the main dragon here, and I'm gonna need you guys to keep all of my appearances a secret. All of you. Don't tell anybody anything, even if it's supposedly allies of yours. Don't tell them anything. Biggest thing that I can tell all of you, yes, I do mean all of you, when it comes to all of us dragons, we have to keep our secrets hidden. If any like sort of information got out, not only would it lead back to you guys, it would also destroy me. It might destroy this entire island. We're not too sure.
So in other words, we got to keep this on the low.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, don't worry, I will keep my mouth closed.
Alright, thank you. Now then, I kind of like see Myron like tip off all the way to like one like secret vault, and you kind of see, well, not a secret vault, more like a secret way, like a secret hideaway where the teleportation circle is, and you see Myron push it all the way up, kind of blocking it with like a giant stone. This stone stays sealed. No one touches it except for me. There's no special rules, secret, like anything. Not even if you plead with me at the top of your life, your lungs, with your blood, firstborn, secondborn, thirdborn. No one touches this stone. If you want to get out here and teleport, you come to me, and you come to me only. Now, if you were somewhere else and try to teleport here, and judging by how you guys got here already, and you kind of see a Myron point towards Theramore.
Yeah, somebody got us here. Yep, you got it.
Theramore is a, what would you say, a
wildflower.
No, not that. I'm talking about a She has a privilege. She teleports here anytime that she wants, since she actually is the only one that has the tracings of a Myron. I give her this, not a temporary, and permanent freebie to teleport from wherever she is, right to the rooms, as long as she tells me, which she does. Even though this one was at last minute, she still tells me.
It was life or death. We were either gonna die or get the fuck out.
So if
we didn't have very much choice.
So if anything, the only poppies / wildflowers that should have this is only her. If any of you try to do this and you don't understand like a lick of Draconic, I can't let you through, and I will have to cut the circle.
Don't worry, we will always go to her.
Alright. Another thing. She is pretty much the only one that has my scent. So, if anything, if you guys are with her and she does, like, again, the whole entire teleportation thing, it's free access, you guys can come in. But, if, like, I'm still making sure I keep the rules of this. Like, even if you try to get my scent on here, like onto yourselves, which is going to be a little bit hard because, and you kind of see Amarin like sniff the air through like the mask. Both of you smell exactly like my baby brother. So it's kind of hard to wash off that stench.
Well, damn. All right.
Oh, he's my baby brother. Anybody that makes fun of him gets fried.
Noted.
Huh. Just nodding.
Anyone like my sister, Denali, that has, I think she should have her teleportation circle up. We've been yelling at her to get it open, but she hasn't. She's been busy with something else. Oh wait, speaking of which, she is still here, by the way.
We still here in Amarin?
Yep, she never left.
Alright.
I don't know if she's just doing it for vacation, but she did kind of look rushed whenever she got here. If anything, I saw her going down to, shit, what is that medical place? What is it called? The first aid. Yeah, she went to the first aid. Well, I think they changed it. It's no longer the first aid. I think it's just the first tempest. I think is what they call it now.
Yeah, they changed that a couple of years ago, darling.
Yeah, they call it. Again, I've been here barely maintaining my horde, so don't get mad at me that I don't visit my entire island.
Sir, did I sound mad? I can get mad.
Do you want to get fried?
No, but you say that every time when you never do it.
Literally, who else is going to watch my horde?
And who's going to tell you when you need to change it tonight? Because I come and do that every night. Like
I just kind of like sidle up to. You said the name is Amiran?
Yeah.
I just kind of sidle up, and I'm just like, hey, I heard you were looking for a replacement assistant.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening, darling. Get the fuck back.
Look, I just
They might
stare
have
at
a
you
love-hate
blankly.
relationship, but she's not getting replaced.
Look, as tempting as that sounds, and it's
Hell
very,
no.
it's very tempting. But what qualifications?
Respectfully, hell no.
What qualifications do you have exactly? Like that's one thing. Like, what type of qualifications do you have?
Well, I'm good at patrolling and watching things, and what I mean by that is I was so good at it that I didn't even spot the orc horde that killed my tribe.
Okay.
But it's the thought that counts, right?
No.
Yeah.
I just look at you and I just go, hush, no one asked for your input.
Yeah. I'll call you. I'll call you whenever like the. Whenever.
Sarah reached down to Blackberry, who's actually at her feet. And in Draconic, since none of these fuckers understand Draconic, it's okay to eat the bird. He tastes like chicken.
Oh, you know how much I love chicken. I mean, especially like whenever it's raw. Like, because either way, like my insides will cook it up. It'll taste like I've actually eaten it cooked. But like, you see Blackberry's eyes light up in your direction, Falchion. It looks like there are drumsticks replacing the eyes.
I'm just like, bro, are you good? You're drooling.
Drool dropping on the ground.
Just kind of like throws her
Anyways,
hands up.
I just kind of pull.
You feel like slight noms on your leg, Falchion.
I just look down and I'm just like, bro, really?
And kind of like looking, and like in Draconic Theramore, you just hear, you know what? I should give him props. Someone already seasoned him up for me.
Oh, you were gonna eat him too?
Someone really seasoned him up, and Amiran is just looking at him. Stop that. Stop biting him.
I'm just like, hey man, I'm the future prospect. You can't gnaw on my leg like that.
You're
No.
his future dinner. That's all you are.
Like, hey, that's all you wanted to be. Yeah, I heard you talking to him.
No, you don't understand draconic, sir.
You're
People
right,
that
but I
in-
don't have to understand Draconic to know that you told him to gnaw on my leg.
I don't know what I said.
You kind of just like see like him like start chasing. You see like Mariam like walk over and like pick him by the wing. Nope, get off of him. But I want a
Hey, would
good
you rather
dinner.
be him or you? Because he was just chewing on your tail.
Look, scales are one thing, but last time I checked, I kind of don't need a dead bird up here.
You're right.
Yeah, man, this
You're
dead
right.
bird's blood would be on your hands, I say as I point at Theramore.
Yeah, but you're coming from a job, and that can't happen.
Oh, someone actually likes their job now.
I can only
Somebody
take my
actually
job.
liking their job. Hey, I'm unemployed, so like I don't know what that means.
As
Dude, I get to almost kill a barbarian teacher every other day. That's the highlight of my week.
oh wait,
He isn't
yeah,
dead, is he?
oh yeah. Speaking of that, Esmeralda,
They didn't kill him, did they?
Esmeralda was up here earlier.
Uh-huh.
So
Which one made her cry?
so you know exactly how much. I even told her like I own the building, but she's she's the principal here.
Who made her cry? Which one was it?
I'm trying to think. What is the second room on the? What is the second room on the left again?
On the left. Would that be the barbarian's teacher?
No, that's your debate club.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. That's my debate club.
Those are heavily incantated debate club.
Yeah, they tend to debate us on how they should kill the barbarian teacher because it's a magic school and not a science school.
Well,
They are ruthless. I'm terrified of them. This is why I don't stop it.
so the thing is, whenever it comes to this, whichever she came up, it wasn't just what they were doing or such threatening the barbarian teacher. Like, look, they'll get roasted. Like, bruisers get roasted. See, like
Yeah, they do.
most clippers here do get roasted, but
But then
Esmeralda,
take a lightning strike or two.
Esmeralda is an artist. Like like she's an artist. She doesn't really do a lot of confrontation unless it's either in song or poetry.
Oh, fuck.
So whenever she tried
What
to
did
like,
they do?
whenever she tried to handle it with a poem, they just burned the paper up in front of. Again, she's the principal, and
I told you young children are ruthless. I told you it was a bad idea to open up the school to younger children. Just keep it in like middle and high and teenagers. But no, someone had the bright idea to add children to the mix.
oh, I'm sorry that I constructed this entire building, a giant-sized building. It's not my fault. I have to like educate from freaking 2 straight to 6. Like it's not my fault. And after hearing the name Esmeralda, Demi's eyes light up, and as she looks around, let me do something real quick.
Alright, I'm gonna have to talk to Izzy, and hopefully she's okay.
As you guys are saying that, you hear like a bit of racket as you kind of see like Demi sneak off down the corridor a little bit.
Well, she wasn't trying to hide that she was leaving. Alright.
Yeah, and just like completely sneaks, opens the door, closes it, and like you just hear like a lot of frantic footsteps and falling downstairs.
Oh, poor darling.
Demi has left the party.
Okay.
But
I'll have to talk to Izzy once we get done talking to you.
Myron's like, look, I just do whatever I can. At the moment, you do kind of see Morrison looking at this version of a Myron, this other version of Moran, like a Myron. And Morrison,
Did Jimmy just say I'm a head out?
yeah, she tiptoed all the way very abruptly to where all of you could see her.
Bruh.
But you do see Morrison studying this version of Myron and just looking like fascinating. I really gotta start drawing a little bit more blood from a lot of people that has like a lot of like goggles on and everything, and like just studying every single bit. Very, very.
You better not call. I swear, I'll kill you myself.
In this stuff. I'm sorry, what?
You better not run back to the Feywild with it. Because I will kill you myself.
I'm not. Look, I'm an architect. I'm a freaking witch doctor. I mean, this guy and like walks over to you, Solverine, like and puts like her hand like around you, like arm and everything. This guy gets me. Look, architects, we like to like discover a lot of stuff. We gotta discover like a lot of good stuff. We gotta look at everything up and down.
Alright.
Sovereign.
Yes.
When she says the words architect and like has her arms around you saying like architects, like all of us, we stick together. Like we have to do like a lot of research and all that type of stuff, like some good stuff.
Kind of like looking all around, turn left, turn right, look, I'm like, oh, hang on, architect.
Yeah, you're an architect.
Kind of make eye contact with that person.
Kind of like look at it. Yeah, you're an architect. You're a maker, right? You know, you had like a
Yes.
lot.
Yes,
you had the suits.
I was.
Was?
What do you mean you was?
What do you mean you were?
Sovereign.
I mean, I still, do I still have my, hang on, do I still have my suits?
You actually would have your suits, they're just inactive.
Huh, well, I made these, they just...
You go to like reforge onto your suit and everything, it reforges, but you don't feel the benefits of the suits anymore. They just look like regular armor on you.
Huh. This is actually really heavy and kind of not working for me. Huh.
What do you mean,
strange.
Sovereign?
My suits, they don't work like they used to. In
Also-
fact, it just feels like a bunch of metal on my body.
Also, Sovereign, you picked up a remote from your dad's corpse that was burning as well.
Okay.
That remote, and you also have the memory crystals that Theramore gave you.
Yes, sirree.
Which one would you like to quote-unquote experiment on first? The crystals or the remote?
Kind of want to test out the remote.
Alright. The remotes... Are you sick there, buddy? Gabe.
Feeling too good.
You need some Vic...
Yeah, sorry.
You need some Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah, really, man. I don't know where I got that. Like, dude, I was fine at work, and then all of a sudden, like, I got home, and I guess something happened to my nose, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be the cold air.
Probably. But I was working in the store all day.
I don't think your allergies are acting up even worse, are they?
I don't even think I have allergies.
There's some people I do want to go see downstairs, so just have a Myron come point you in my direction whenever you guys are done. And then we're actually gonna go.
Follow Demi. Alright.
We're gonna follow Demi. She's gonna go see her students.
Oh, yeah. You head back. I would say Theramore leaves the fray a little bit and heads.
Hey, hang
Downstairs.
on. Let's stick together. We're in a kind of strange place. So it's,
Now, the remote.
Alright.
but this is very interesting.
Now, there are 3 buttons on the remote, like 3 giant buttons on that remote.
The inner child in me wants to just kind of press them to see what they do, but I'm going to just open it up and see kind of what it is wired to.
You try to open it up. I would still say you have your artisan's tools on you, even though something about you feels off. You go to pop them open and like take a look at the wires. You see there's no power cell batteries, and the wires are fragmented in such a different way. But the big thing about this remote is that there are 3 giant red buttons.
Artisan's tools like Smith tools or Tinker tools?
They are Smith's tools. Tinker's tools do the exact same thing. Oh, correction.
Right, yeah,
Artisan's tools do the same thing with the Tinker tools as well.
Alright.
I'd say you still have them, but in use of them, after you open up the remote, the wires are very all over the place. They look all over the place, look very complicated, but you don't know exactly what they're tied to. But there are 3 giant red buttons on here before you start exploring the wires.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of... I don't know what I was expecting. Let's just press them.
Alright, which button would you like to press first? You will press the one on the top, bottom, or the middle?
The big one at the middle.
Alright, roll a D100 for me.
Oh, yes. That would be an 82.
Okay. On an 82, you are pretty much... As soon as you go to press up button, you are feeling a surge to where the metal from your arm starts stripping. That metal starts stripping, and your suit's metal also starts stripping as well. To where all that metal is on the ground, but you are seeing pretty much, I would say, Falchion and Morrison here are also seeing as well. You guys are seeing what looks to be a lot of carbon wires on his metal arm. The metal strips are on the ground and on the floor. They are extremely rusted, but what you're seeing unscathed and ripped from his arm are just carbon copper wires, kind of in a makeshift of a hand. The coils are extremely rusted, and on the coils are old dry blood.
Okay.
One button down. Let's say top or bottom.
I'll press the bottom button now.
Roll a d10.
Here we go.
Oh.
That's a 9.
Ooh.
I don't know why I almost forgot what a D10 looked like.
You go and try to press the button again, granting that it starts working, and out of nowhere you feel a big shock of your body. Starts convulsing intensely to where you can see all of your veins start to move simultaneously. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's an electric car. You alright?
Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw.
12.
I
I didn't roll too good.
Something in your body just starts convulsing intensely to where you land on the ground, kind of dropping the remote, to where it falls face first, hitting that last button. Roll me a d6.
What was my dad thinking with this remote? 4.
Okay. On a 4, dropping onto the ground as you keep feeling much more pulsing into you, your tan skin starts changing to like a little bit more of a lighter tan pigment, and feeling to where a bit of like that carbon copper wire starts converting to where it starts corroding even more, breaking off at a bit to where the entire metal arm has been destroyed, leaving nothing but like a small nub. Until like you drop onto the ground, you literally see you're missing your arm, and you can feel all that metal, all that pressure, like those phantom pains happen again, to where like you start moving back and forth. Those convulsions on your body are like getting more intensely, to where you see on like the bit of your body to where like that giant flesh lightning bolt scar starts growing even more, to where it's now spreading to the other side of where your long gone lost arm, and it is now starting to form and weave with lights of that bolt that was in your chest contorting around the mixture of the wire with a bit of your blood and the broken metal that's on the ground from your remaining armors. And when it gets done appearing, it has fully replicated between the rusted steel, the rusted carbon wire, and blood, and the giant bolt in your entire body to a new studded arm, to where it looks and replicates the exact physics of like the physical of your body. And when you go to close that arm and you touch the ground, you can now feel with that arm. Fully feel with that arm, and you go to touch your face. You can feel the arm, and you can kind of still feel that pain before.
I just kind of sit there for a little bit. Just kind of sit there. Just thinking. And I'm not really trying to, but I start crying a little bit. I'm not trying to.
Let's say kind of like...
I just can't help it.
Like, even if like not trying to, but like those tears are still kind of forcing through. I'd say a tear lands on that arm to where you can feel the moisture, you can feel the liquid, you can feel the salt, you can feel the tear. Cold. Your arm was always cold. You couldn't feel anything. You could barely move it because it was a big chunk of metal. Now, a chunk of metal that replicates your actual arm with the bolt in it.
My father's final gift to me was to give me my body back.
Those minds, all the way to his last death, whenever you burned him alive, for his last eternal words as he hits the fires of hell. His last words to you were repeating in your head, "You were always my perfect creation," before he turns into dust.
In the end, his perfect creation was one that he knew he messed up. And that the only way to fix it was to, well, put it back together again. I'm gonna try to cast a firebolt.
You go to cast a firebolt out of the new arm or the one with the bolt in it?
Out of the new arm.
I would say you hold up your hand as you kind of see the coil and the bolt switch straight to a pattern that lights up like a flame is starting to give life to like that deep red to the dimmish orange to a very light yellow and shooting out a big, perfect bolt of fire straight out of the arm. And you can feel the heat, but the heat doesn't burn anymore. It doesn't hurt. Like, you go to touch like your other hand as it starts to cool down, and you touch it, it doesn't start burning your hand. It feels brand new, 100%, even better.
Wow. I've never had this feeling before, ever. I can cast it and not feel pain. No, this is something. Wow. Unbelievable.
You start feeling into two different ways to where that voice, that image that kept playing in your head of like that red text, and you kind of like find yourself kind of like in a little corridor with said other person kind of looking at you, and they are not hostile. In fact, they look more glad and happy to a whole new another, and looking at you is perfect creation, apparently. It is the perfect creation. Something I could not be, but it's you. I had her. He had you. You had him. And she remembered me. Salvarine.
It all comes full circle now.
Salvarine, I funny. I
You need some tissues, boy.
I do, bro.
You do. You do.
Here, come in here. I got a full box, not even open.
Please.
Come in here and grab them. I'm not bringing them to you. I'm in the middle of a cutscene, bro.
Like,
I can't
you
pause
just-
this moment.
You see, like, the others looking at you, Salvarine, and like, thanks. I could barely even remember the number that he gave us. The number he gave me. But there's another thing about, I don't think I want to be Salvarine anymore. And I don't think you want to be Salvarine anymore either. I want to be something new. But what was that name that Mother called us? What was that name? I can't remember.
I forget also
But
sometimes, but what I remember always is I remember Sovereign.
Salvarine was always perfect, but let's be honest, he also turned into a monster. His monster. And hers.
He grew too ambitious, but he will always be my dad. You know.
That is true. That is very true. All I can remember, the lance is just a weapon. But now, both of us strive for victory. We strive for victory.
You got it.
Salvarine, I think I am I think V should be perfect for me.
Just kind of smile hearing that again.
Another.
It has a better ring to it than just a number, huh?
Yeah.
A single letter of the alphabet is the most comforting thing I've ever heard.
Simple and short and perfect. Holds out the kind of like metal arm, the old metal arm and not your new one, holds out his hand. Pleasure to meet you again,
Hang on,
Severine.
Michael.
Okay.
My man's over there passing out almost. Getting
He's suffering, bro. Trying to come here and get these tissues, bro. They're in the room. Come over here, right by the lamp.
Yep.
Do you want me to turn my camera on so you can see them?
Turn my camera on.
Hang on my way.
It's a turn my camera on. Hold out his hand and says, "It's a pleasure to meet you again, Salvarine."
Just the biggest smile. I'd just grab his hand with both hands. Man, he grabbed that box so fast.
I heard like the biggest snatch and like.
Went, okay, bro.
Okay, that was good. That was funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
You shake his hand.
I'm gonna grab his hand in both hands and just shake it. Yes. Very good to see you again.
I think I'm gonna stay here a little bit and start thinking on what I need to do. Stay in your mind, probably. I don't know. But looking at the layout and the layout that V is seeing in your head, both of your heads. He's always seeing that gurney, those flowers. He's only just seeing that. Need a better layout.
Kind of look around too.
See the same thing that he sees, but you start to see something a little bit more brighter. And you see, probably in your happiest memory at the most, is meeting everybody else. Meeting Theramore, meeting Fauchen, meeting Torvald, meeting Demi, meeting Kino.
Sorry, guys.
You're good, bro. You're good. You're good. Meeting all these new people, teaching them to learn about who you are, what you do, what you like to do. You are seeing another thing that he can't see yet. But it doesn't mean that he can't see it. He can try.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of like just see him like looking. I want to change everything, but I keep coming back here because that's where it all started. And it beat very perfect for a good refresh. After all, Salvarine got his restart. When can V get his?
I think it's time. I've been so hung up on what I had to do, now I don't really know what to do with myself anymore. But I think it's time we move on. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's time. And a door of light, of a red light, that's not corrupted, but fully glowing with a beautiful red color. With the sunset, stares, blinking, and opens, reaching out to a hand what looks to be a replica of you guys, actually. A replica of your party of 3D. Of the memories that you started with. He can make his own. And kind of looks, and he looks scared. Very scared.
I kind of smile at him and I say, "Don't worry, you'll do just fine. After all, I made it this far." It was bumpy, yes, but what's adventure without a few bumpy roads, you know?
kind of like see him like kneel his head down and laughs. A few bumpies in the road is going to be perfect. After all, inspiration
Yes,
is
the
key.
bumpies in the road is perfect, yes.
Perfect bumps. Inspiration is new. And
You know, I was thinking I would make a great bard.
really,
No, that was a joke. see, I'm funny. See, yeah, I actually think I could pull it off, though.
We're not that funny, but it will do.
I mean, a lot of times I'm not really trying to be funny, and
But it
my
works.
friends, they just start laughing.
Here's
You'll
to...
do great.
I hope I do. I guess. Here's to our separate roads.
Give him a salute.
You see him give you a salute back.
Farewell, old friend.
Not farewell. I'll see you again.
Soon.
Very soon. See you, Savarine.
Goodbye, Lance.
You see him like takes like a nod and see him like run and jump straight through the door, closing entirely, wrapping as you drift back into the
Turn
reality.
around and don't look back.
You keep forward, breaking out of your barrier, sitting right next to your friends, and kind of wiping like those tears,
Whatever's left of them.
and you feel more refreshed, and you feel whole, and now looking for guidance. 3D is going to be a little upsanded without its artificer, but from what you can tell, a little bit of your blood has been increased, and a little bit of your anger has been compressed towards much more focus. You're able to dish out more magic like any spellcaster. You feel whole again in Solverine, like you always wanted to be. You got your arm back. You have a new friend. Your friends are all around you except for 2 at the moment.
Hey, actually, where did Demi go? I'm actually wondering.
You see like Myra and Adenor. Yeah, those 2 have like dipped, like okay, so not to be a bearer of bad news with Falchion, you currently have what looks to be a very, very angry and hungry, agitated obsidian pseudo-dragon gnawing on your leg. Again,
Hey, come on, dude. I thought we were over this.
dinner plates, massive dinner plates.
Anyways, is there somewhere we can go with that?
Yeah, you guys can like you kind of
Preferably quickly.
yeah, you can go down the door. Like, I have a door here.
And somebody get this man an actual drumstick.
You kind of like see him like pulling off. You see Myron pulling off the dragon. Yeah, just go downstairs. Theramore mentioned that she's going to request.
Bro.
Falchion, what was your leg is now like 3 chomp marks gone for some reason. They'll come back eventually.
Fine, it regrows just like everything else. Hey, I got my arm back. You'll get your leg back.
Eventually. Hey, look, those marks will come back. Like, your skin will be intact, supposedly, for another...
Man, what if I don't want to be a robot bird?
You can walk, you're fine, eventually.
Hey, as long as I still have my wings, I'm not complaining.
That is true, that is true. You see Amaran points, there actually isn't downstairs because this is just like the... Like in high school, it's just a rooftop.
I just make sure to tell him, dude, dude, you all know chicken wings aren't where it's at. It has to be the leg. It
Look,
has to be the leg.
it's a drumstick, it has to work.
I'm just like, whatever you do, do not eat the wing.
You kind of see the eye switch from drumsticks and start slowly going over to wings.
I'm just like, okay, man, screw off.
But yeah,
Man.
Marin shows you there's like, this is a rooftop, so there's a door here. You guys can go down to the doors and go through the doors while he holds back said beast from gnawing off the rest of your body, falchion. But Theramore and supposedly, if we ever get to that chance, Demi, Theramore, you were frantically running downstairs through a lot of corridors to get to your class. It takes you about a good 5 minutes, and you are able to go into your classroom. You are noticing that there are at least 16 tables, 8 chairs, and at least 4 chalkboards floating in the air. You can see some of your students are barricaded between their desks. Others are kind of hiding with the door open in one of the closet rooms. And you are noticing a lot of arcane is being unleashed in this entire classroom.
Oh, bitch. Do I get counterspell? I think I might.
I will tell you this. The main one kind of leading this fray is indeed Lily.
Oh, that's not my child. Okay, I will walk in the room and cast counterspell.
As you walk into the room,
Just as you walk into the room,
you walk in, and
you know what's going on.
A big poof of counterspell. Everybody is kind of floating in the air because most of them were in the air. Everything else has been cut off entirely, and it has been put to a stop. What do you like to say as everybody's looking at you very, very scared?
We've talked about this. We have talked about this plenty of times. If you're gonna do that, do it across the room. Not on your friend.
You are pretty much just seeing every single bit of the kid, most of the kids with either wands or crystals or pendants, just slowly put their hands down, either some of them in their pockets, cupping their hands together, or put at their waist, just kind of look around and just slowly creeps straight into the middle of the hallways, as you pretty much know you've let them off extremely easy.
Actually, always does.
And right behind the fray, terribly sneaking around, is Lily.
You stay put.
It kind of holds down, head down, curses.
Ma'am?
I mean, I'm sorry.
That's what I thought.
Lily is very. I would say. Let me describe Lily for you guys, and also for Becca for a big refresher. Lily is wearing probably big. I wouldn't say it's bigger than her head and her face for sure, but very big, rounded glasses, very chunky round glasses. Harry Potter alert. She has long brown hair that she always keeps in a ponytail or pigtails, depending on how she feels. And she is wearing an emblem of a phoenix. It originally was a dragon, but Theramore, you can take a gander on the reason why it's probably shifted out. Because Lily takes care of her clothing very neat and studious. She's a wizard. And she doesn't like when people messes with the crest on her uniform. So when they changed the crest, it made her go out of the gate. And her grimoire is kind of floating around her like an atom. And she's just looking. Okay, so I might have gone just a little bit overboard. Just a teeny bit.
A little.
A powdered of bad overboard.
We've been working on this. We've been working on you owning up to the mistakes you've made.
Well, hypothetically, if it wasn't my fault, all of my fault, probably a good 75 of it. But,
Cross your arms.
okay, probably not 75, a good 83.
You're still not owning up
100%.
to it.
Okay, probably 96 and a half
No.
times 3.
You need to own up to when you're wrong.
Fine, but he was being a dick. It's not my fault that he can't dodge a delayed fireball.
We don't attack. We attack the teachers, not the other students.
But he had it coming. I mean, you know how long it took for me to get, and like she's like casting dispel magic to show like a very platinumized dragon pendant. I had to like work off my butt during vacation. I even had to like.
Yeah, I get that. But we can't just go around attacking other students, darling. We've been through this.
Well, I don't know. You're a flower like me. I thought we could just make a good agreement.
And I've had to learn the hard way the same things I'm trying to teach you.
Well, you know.
Kaz, side note, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen Diamond spawn at Y70?
I have seen at least 3
I don't
veins.
know. So he lost because of that.
I've seen 3 veins. How many veins are you seeing?
I mean, I'm seeing 2 veins above Y70, literally on the surface.
Oh my god, you got lucky now.
Anyway,
But
back to the.
kind of like see her. Well, I'm a flower like you. I'm a void speaker. Evocationist is what she's saying. I'm a void speaker. He got me mad. What am I supposed to do? Ignore it?
Not ignore it, but you don't attack other students. That's when you tell an adult.
Yeah, but as me, she went.
You're still a school.
Don't attack students. If you are provoked, tell a teacher, and if not, blow up the bruiser teacher.
Yes, you are correct, darling.
Fuck.
Now, who is actually ready for class? Because after that, she just closed the door behind her.
About that.
What?
So, you remember the kid I was telling you about, the one that I used delayed fireball on?
Yes.
Can you open up the closet door for me real quick?
You can open the
That's
closet door.
Rett syndrome.
I didn't kill him. I think, but can you open the closet door?
She still closes the door behind her. What am I gonna find when I open the door? Prepare me, please.
It's about and she looks at the other girls and like about a good 4 centimeters tall.
What do you mean?
Kind of liquidy, and very very what's the reverse of necrotic? I'm just wondering.
What is the reverse of necrotic?
It's acidic.
She opens up the door.
And you see a kid with small, like, with short, gray-white hair being trampled on what looks to be like a gelatinous cube.
First of all, I pull the child from the gelatinous cube.
You're able like to pull it off, like kind of like keep the burns at minimum and like use cold to like cool it out.
And then I shut the gelatinous cube inside the closet.
The kid
And
has.
I text.
Who gave her a gelatinous cube? Why are we going back to these? We know what happened to Budar.
And I immediately messaged Izzy the situation in the room.
Not even like a good 3 minutes, and you see a gnome with blonde hair just, like open up the door. What happened?
She just points to the closet as she's stuffing a healing potion down the student's throat.
Oh my goodness! And you kind of just like see her fall back.
She's just pointing as she's giving this child a emergency healing potion that they just keep in the classrooms.
Yeah. The kid that she's mentioning, like the one that you're healing at the moment, is indeed Theo. He is probably like the third, I would say, probably like third, fifth best student that you have here in the debate team. He is a studies in the way of conjuration, so he's a summoner. And he doesn't. He is pretty much the spoiled brat that sometimes needs to get his ass kicked, but needs to be monitored. And one thing led to another, and you already know what Lily just said. She damn Crusader.
No. But I just want to know, where the hell did the cube come from?
So, you know how Mabel is a very good soothsayer, and she pretty much did like a few incantations, and that didn't work, so she led a gelatinous cube here. Did I say my bad?
Why?
I don't know. Look, she owed me for like one of her crystals. Again, I mean, keep up. This is like homie. Like this is like the homie system. He's a dick. We kind of needed to fry him. I didn't think it would be this far, but we didn't realize it until the time that she came here, and we put him in the closet about like 10 minutes ago, and we forgot.
But y'all, I have stressed the dangers of these cubes.
It was funny for like. It was funny.
Imagine if someone else was as smart as this character.
Hey.
It was funny for a good 6 minutes until we all just went everywhere.
Until we all realized this is wrong.
I got a question. I'm good to go, right?
No.
Okay.
You're gonna stay until he wakes up and apologize. Then he's gonna apologize to you for whatever he did.
Alright, but that sucks. No, I gotta do it.
Because this could have resulted in a student's death.
It was funny. You know, I was gonna cool him out if I remembered.
It's not funny.
Kind of like walking in is Demi noticing Izzy on the floor and kind of looks at you. Theramore?
Open the closet.
I promise if you open the closet, this will all make sense.
You kind of just see Demi.
Yeah.
Demi's
Just open the closet. You'll understand.
Demi's like, okay. Opens a closet, gelatinous cube, closes it immediately. Okay.
Okay, what the?
I don't know how to get rid of it. I don't know what to do.
What do you mean you don't know how to get rid of it?
I don't know how to get rid of a cube.
Who put the cube here?
She looks back down to Lillian.
And you see Lillian kind of just like waving her hand. Demi is just looking. kind of like leans over and starts whispering, exactly what are you teaching these kids here?
I thought I was teaching how to be responsible with magic, but obviously when I'm not here, they throw whatever I say out the window.
Okay.
Do you know how to get rid of it?
What do I look like, a piper? Well, hold on.
I don't know how to get rid of it. You might have to go back up to my end.
Do you want to get the dragon down here?
Well, what else do you think we can do?
The one time that I come here, and like she starts like scammering over, looks like at Esmeralda, like looks at her a little bit, kind of like waves her hand. What did you do to her?
Yeah, you ain't safe for this either.
She passed out when she opened the closet. And I haven't dumped her with water yet.
I suggest lemon.
She actually casts like create water. Or some kind of like one of her water spells to wake her up again.
You do that and you kind of see her jolt up. Huh, where, what, why? What happened?
You opened the closet, remember?
Alright. Alright. Oh, alright.
Do you know how to get rid of it? Because I don't.
That's a good question. Let me go look at my books, and like you kind of see her bump into Demi. Wow, this is You kind of see her like grab the ear of Demi and starts walking out the room.
I'm still stuck in the. Oh, okay.
You were left by yourself as the doors close with the gelatinous cube, and the student Theo wakes up finally.
Great. Now swap apologies immediately. Now.
But I didn't even do anything. And I did.
Lillian?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Theo? I don't know if Theo has a full name or not.
I am sorry, Teddy, for tying you up and putting a gelatinous cube in the closet with you. Tap.
Alright. And Teddy?
I'm sorry that I turned your stupid dragon pendant into a phoenix, even though phoenixes are cooler.
Now change it back.
I take it back, and I'm really sorry because you are really cool, and the teacher is also very intimidating at the moment.
And I'll change her pendant back. And then both of you go take your seats.
Fine. You see him flourish his hands. He's also a follower of the sorcerer kind of charisma. He is a studies under the moon. He is a glory.
Okay. Now that we're not... I mean, we're still in some pretty bad danger, but that's beside the point.
Time to get your future endeavors back into your sessions. Now then, marching up, dragging by the ear, you see heading up straight to the rooftop, to where both of you are Solverine, Falchion, Morrison, and Myron.
And Morrison.
I said Morrison.
That Thermore just casually left.
Yep. That she's too focused on Myron. You kind of see two gnomes are walking up, and one is getting dragged by the ear, Solverine and Falchion. And you kind of see the one holding Demi's ear looks at both of you.
Because she doesn't know anything about this.
She doesn't. Kind of see this gnome looking at the both of you. Hello. Sovereign, Falchion, a gnome is saying hello to both of you. What would you like to do as she is looking at you? Gabe, Mike.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry. I kind of wave at the gnome.
Kind of see
Kind
her.
of like
Hello, what's
kinda
your
like-
name?
raise a wing and just kind of like look back towards my leg just to make sure that it's still there.
Oh yeah, it's still there. You're perfectly fine, hon.
Okay.
So Blackberry's still probably looking at it like it's tonight's supper.
Yep. I would say at this moment, Myron is kind of sitting on the obsidian dragon, the obsidian pseudo dragon, like kind of like holding it in place. She kind of like waves her hand at you. What are you guys doing up here? The three of you.
Oh, we are skipping out in school because we're cool.
Okay, I am both scared, intimidated.
Be scared. Yes. Actually, don't. My name is V.
Oh, okay.
Alright. What about you, Aarakocra? Am I correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Eric Cockneel Beetle.
Kind of like still holding Demi's ear. Your name, please? Question mark?
My name is Falchion. I'm
Okay,
the greatest sniper alive.
okay, he's really scary. It's really, really scary. Kind of like holding your friend Demi's ear as she's just saying, ow, 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 please let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. And kind of say, oh wait, that reminds me. And kind of like slings Demi out with her ear. Kind of just like see Demi.
Are you good?
Oh, jeez, I didn't think you missed me that much, little sis.
Oh,
Ow.
is that why you wanted to dip so easy?
And out of nowhere, you kind of just like see as like this gnome slap her on the face. Ow! Jeez! Ow! Ah, I could barely even hear through my ear now. Ah! Jeez, what the hell was wrong with you? And kind of just like see this gnome like very like appalled. You kind of like see her face like starts foaming, like blushing very red of embarrassment and a little bit of anger. Okay, so I can barely get any of your letters. You can barely send me any of your material for a little bit of songs because I was actually going to be a little bit of courteous and say, hey, look, my very famous sister sung this song and it's been told out through the thousand seas. But no, you're too good enough for your thespian of a little sister to even send your anything. She's a lore artist, so it's a thespian. She's a thespian.
Gotcha.
And kind of like just like see Demi. Okay, then I'm sorry that I'm all the way in combat and I have to like do all this type of stuff trying to make sure these guys don't die. And kind of like gesturing towards you guys. Ah, jeez.
She's done a great job, really. Cut her some slack.
And kind of like looks at you. Seriously, have you even told them who you are exactly? And kind of just like see Demi. I don't think that was important. Seriously, Mina. And then kind of just like look at her again and kind of like grabs her ear again. Did you tell them or not? Kind of like shaking her head repeatedly. Guys, she is currently scrambling my mind where it looks like peanut butter from my brain to kind of going like frantically and crazy. Ah, jeez. And kind of like pushes you aside and you see this gnome walk up to you, Solverine. Gracious, you
Wow.
are tall and kind of scary looking. I am Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, how old are you all?
Okay, so Demi is the Destromina is the eldest out of us, and we're like a good 6 years apart.
Gotcha. Okay.
She,
This is one happy family.
I can tell you, I'm the second born of the family. She's the first. We have 2 more sisters right behind us.
The second coming.
Pretty much, but they're kind of like they're with her mom at the moment. So
I see.
another thing that my dumbass sister forgot to mention. Did she mention her entire name, or did she just tell you something else? Like, I don't know, Demi Singlace.
What? Is that not her full name?
Oh, well, Demi is a nickname, of course. And Singlace is not even her last name.
Oh, tea! Not the kind you drink.
But you know what? Probably better off.
You see Esmeralda. Yeah, you didn't tell him that, did you, Mina? And you kind of just see Demi just like blush a little bit and kind of like make a full walk. You know, whenever we're done talking to these guys, I'm just gonna like rip your skin, right?
Oh, come on, be nice. That is still your sister.
Don't encourage her. Jeez, it's already difficult enough dealing with her mother with all this. So, biggest thing that I can tell you is that Demi, whenever she left the family, she went to go be someone else, but she didn't say exactly. Oh shit. Didn't say exactly where she was going to be. We haven't even seen her in like the last. I don't know. Let's see. I'm about like a good. Hey, Demi, how old are you now? Oh, I'm about like 305. Well, about a good 66 years. Not even 66. But like a good 166 years ago. Yeah, so we barely saw you, but she still kept writing to us. Apparently not anymore now. Go ahead. Tell them your last name. Tell them your actual last name and not Singlace. Can you do that for us, Demi, at least, so you're
She's
not...
not Singlace. I feel like I've been lied to.
Kind of just like see Demi. I am part of a royal hooker-sized family of animas. There, you happy? Falchion Sovereign, roll me a history real quick, because she mentioned of a name Royal Anima.
Yeah, let's see if I would have.
Oh,
heard
that's
of
a natural
something
20
like
for
that.
a history.
Hell yeah. Hell freaking yeah.
I have a feature.
I'm so
Hang on.
glad I got that because I only have a +1 to history rolls.
Let's go, using your brain.
Yes.
Trying to find out why I have advantage on this.
I'll take that bet all day. You are a something especially different.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I have advantage in this unless it's just a.
It could be your class.
That's what I'm trying to find out is where it comes from. I see I have advantage on wisdom checks, but
Alright.
not.
I will tell.
Oh, intelligence abilities to recall information, but that's not. Anyway, I rolled a 25. No advantage.
All right.
Now I see what the advantage is for. It shows up on the sheet, but it's not for everything.
So natural 20,
Yeah.
and you said a 25.
Yes.
All right. Both of you recall. I would say, like, before everything happened to you the way it did, Solverine, and the same thing for you, Falchion. Even though, like, all this is started before, like, the wars even happened in your home. The name Anima is for a family that is both passed down from generations to generations of a special branch of gnome, human, and dwarf. They've only crossed those patterns, and those patterns only. No other bloodline has ever been touched. Like, no freaking avians have been in this category whatsoever. The name Anima is for horror houses. They're for horror houses, sometimes bars, brothel. Like, I already said brothels, but not much more of, like, the titty bar brothels. Just basic shit.
Yeah, that is what it sounds like.
Home of artists and mimics all alike, whether if you are a mimic being the male variant, or the artist being the female, or if you were a transvestite or genderless like Kino, you'd still be considered either or. It's your choice.
Gotcha.
Home to pretty much every single artist and mimic all around, used as items, whether if they were blood or hands-on property adopted, found on the streets or from different families. You were used either way. It did not
Sounds
matter.
like a rough life.
Ooh.
Oh wait,
Yeah, like why would I want to be
you see,
doing something that I don't like, you know?
you see, Demi. Oh yeah, you would have thought. Let's keep this in mind. We're actually related to the head bitch in charge.
You are?
Yeah, she's our actual blood mother. That's something. And you kind of like see her like do like the mimic, like the artist freaking flare of like thaumaturgy, where like flares of sparks for like mind blown. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible.
Oh no, get this. Especially whenever I mentioned, hey, look, I have no part of this, nor do I even want to be in the same room as said freaking head honcho. I pretty much did everything for that entire family. I barely even got a freaking single like gratitude of a thanks from our so-called mother and dad. I mean, it's just fun, right? You like working for something that you never wanted in the first place. Oh god.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
It definitely sounds like fun. Oh, no. Tell me, Esmeralda, was it fun whenever what he did to all of you, including me? Like, was that fun? And you kind of just, like, see Esmeralda, like, well, I wouldn't say that part was fun. No. You want to, like, branch out our family name. All right, come on, tell him. What did you tell him about, like, our dad? Like, I should tell him about our dad, right? I definitely should tell him about our dad, right? Yeah, let me do that. So, you see Demi break it down, like slams down her freaking her necklace of the anima stone crest, and like slams on the ground. Our dad, get this, was a groomer. Isn't that freaking exciting? Some good knowledge, some lore drop from your old friend Demi, right? Let's bring that to thing. Besides mentally grooming us, he actually wanted to check out the merchandise. Front and center against everything. Oh no, you think we told her mom? Oh no, we told our mom. You know what she did? She did nothing. In fact, she thought we were lying and she let it happen.
Oh man.
Oh, and get this. That same bastard wanted to do it to my 3 little sisters.
Oh,
Hey.
wow. You should have said from the beginning you also had daddy issues.
Daddy issues is far from it. I might as well put mother issues on there too. Hey, it's no wonder. I always shirk away that ever so crippling depression of something I don't want it to happen. And you just see Demi start breaking down ever so slightly, layer by layer. It's just fun. Oh, don't worry. I smiled through most of it. After all, It's always cut and show business. Show him that award-winning smile. It's so perfect, just dandy. And
Okay,
like
we're
he
here.
starts like grabbing her neck and like starts ripping at her neck to where like a bit of blood is on her fingers.
Demi, you don't have to deal with him anymore. It's okay.
Oh no, I know I don't because I put a freaking blade in that bastard's neck. Oh,
Yes, daddy issues. We both put it in too.
but it's still there. It's still there though. Just be happy, Esmeralda. You weren't his personal fucking toy. Just be happy. Just be happy. You be happy, Esmeralda. You tell Amy. You tell Amali. You tell them, hey, just be happy that your sister's not a fuck up anymore. Just tell her that. Also, never tell her whatsoever that I am here. Ever. If I even see that bimbo. Ugh. And you kind of just like see Esmeralda like in a whole entire. Wow, I kind of feel like an asshole. I'm sorry, Mina. Anywho,
I was not expecting to hear that either.
if you don't mind me, I'm just gonna go find a bar around here. Is that fine? Please.
That is perfectly fine.
I
Don't
just
you
raise
worry.
my hand and I'm like, I'll join you, but I gotta warn you, I'm a lightweight.
Okay, I'll just be talking to a wall for the rest of the night. It's fine. Come on, Falchion. Come
I'll
on.
be talking to the air.
It's fine, it's fine. It's fucking...
I might mistake a cup for a bird and start talking to it in a bird
Bird voice.
Now that's something I actually kind of want to see now. That is something I really want to see.
You sure you wouldn't be too crap-faced drunk to even
know what's
No.
happening?
Look, it'll take at least a good 3 or 4 to knock me on my ass if it's very strong. If it's just a lightweight drink, I'll just drink like at least 8 of them and I'll just pass out. But don't worry, I'm a good drinking buddy. Everybody knows that. It's your noble mimic. Like you're a full-on freaking artist. Come on, it's just me. Your showstopper, Demi. Let's do this. Bar hopping, and just
Do you
like
mind if I join you? Not to drink. I just want to watch. I might be kind of sad at the end of it, but you know, I need a good cry.
you know, yeah, I could use the extra company as well. Yeah, I can use the super extra company from the both of you. How about you, Morrison? And like she gets done just jotting down pretty much everything, taps her
Hell no.
pen and the book, and like gets on with a Myron, kind of bows at a Myron. Yeah, I can go for a drink. By the way, what were you guys talking about? You just see Demi growl. And just like knocks open a door and just walks downstairs.
Anyways, if you want to know more, you should just come along.
Okay, let me go tell Theron real quick. And like kind of just like follows all of you out and Esmeralda behind
You're
you.
just like, tell Blackberry, whatever his name is, that he's not invited.
You kind of just see Blackberry.
That's where she goes. I'm sorry.
You kind of just see like that same obsidian pseudo dragon.
Wish me stimmy cut Matt.
I'll tell you, like, the obsidian pseudo dragon flies around through the doors and heads downstairs, following you and lands in a classroom to where you guys and Demi are heading to a bar. Myron, after hearing everything that Demi just said and put on the table and got done getting calculated, is starting to think and is in the thinker pose on the top, like on the rooftop.
The thinker pose is wild.
Think.
This is the best time mentioned. This is the Latin cute in my class.
You see him, like, in the mental projection. There's a gentle Howard now.
You heard me?
You footsteps are chomping down to where Theramore, like, you're like a good, I would say like a good hour and 30 minutes into where like a big banging and like the door starts to melt.
Ah,
And
and I would hurry if starting to melt the closet door that is tapped in.
finally, in a good 15 minutes, kind of like slams open the door. Cube.
Closet.
Okay. Kind of like opens up that door. The gelatinous cube was at a good pony height. It's now big enough to like barrel straight through the door to where it matches the door size. It's now just a pillar gelatinous cube.
They're all Mr. Bean.
Yup.
Sorry, I'm looking at. Sorry, my mom shows me this image from Facebook of the whole cast of Lord of the Rings, but it's just called the Fellowship of Mr. Bean because all their faces are replaced with Roman.
Bro, that is
Rowan Atkinson.
that is probably the best thing I have ever heard and seen now in my head. That's like the best thing.
I'm just seeing Sam with Mr. Bean. I'm seeing Pippin, and he actually kind of looks the same.
It's perfect.
Gandalf, but he's Mr. Bean. Frodo, but he's Mr. Bean.
I'm gonna look that up now as soon as as soon as we get done.
Aragorn, Mr. Bean. Legolas, Mr. Bean.
Those-
Gimli, also Mr.
Bro,
Bean.
that is so freaking perfect. But kind of like opening the door, the pillar gelatinous cube is now being pushed, and what looks to be forming on a Myron, to where a Myron just says, "This is going to hurt a lot." And
I have health potions.
I just kind of look at you, don't, and starts devouring the gelatinous cube. To where it starts like morphing the body a little bit to where a skinny Myron looks a little bit more chubby now. And
Did you just eat it?
I'm not eating it. I'm gonna go puke it off the rooftop. And a little bit
Okay.
starts sliming out. And you can assume like that big chungus start running up the room and looks back at the class. Continue teaching.
Alright, let's get back to it, y'all. After that,
Anyway, class, back to class activities.
All right. Now,
who wants to go set the bruiser teacher on fire?
Now that's class activities.
the bruiser on fire. Lily, like, you see Lily is prepared. Grimoire already opened.
Like, she opens up her door, she goes, oh, damn!
You see the bruiser teacher walk in. All right, what do you need me for? Why is everybody looking
I
at me?
got it. Fast out of the way.
Kind of like looking at. Wait a second. Why is everybody looking at me very, very prepared? They're very.
What
very...
they trying to do right now?
Oh, so that's what we're doing. And you kind of see a barber, like the
When you guys go, this is when you cast the spell. When I say fire, cast the spell.
that. Okay, so that's what we're doing. I am.
And fire.
You kind of see him like open up the door and starts running out. Every single kid just out of nowhere starts jolting out like a big poof of flames, lightning, cold, lightning bolt, blight. Every single kid and capoodle of like the spell is shooting out to where he's like, "This is unfair!" Yelling down like the hallway. Look, say what you will about the bruiser teacher. The main reason why Theramore wants her debate club to destroy him utterly with spells is because he gets paid more. I think that's the main reason why she's doing this.
It's just fun.
It's fun, but he gets paid more because it's insurance. So, he gets paid more.
Care about that.
More money is more money. Out of nowhere, kind of like dragging on the ground, crawling back to his classroom, opening up the doors, and says in a grunting command to where like tights, like bite-sized elves, humans, orcs, half orcs, half elves, and like I would say dwarves and tiefling usher out like kid-sized tots of barbarians, run straight into the classroom. Debate class is Correction, debate is now in order. Time to do this.
Let's do this. Alright.
Rushing, it's the pecking order. A lot of kids are getting chucked around in this classroom. And one of them has like bum rushed you immediately to where like you're on the ground and being picked up by a freaking 10-year-old.
You know what? This tracks. This is just my life.
Welcome to the school known as the Rave, where your empire will be financially in trouble.
That sounds like a really good slogan for like saving money.
I can't even do anything because I get into trouble because it's a child.
Yeah, it's a child. What can you do?
Well, I know what I can do. I can just look it in the forehead.
Oh, that was mean. I didn't do nothing to you.
Well, picking me up was mean too, you little shit.
Oh, that hurt my feelings.
It just gets off of the child.
You flip off a child?
So I get off of the child.
Oh, you get off the Toward debate club is in order while the dodgeball team was going against each other. It is definitely a good. It's like ninja versus pirates.
Tuesday.
Way of the elements versus way of the harming. It's a perfect slogan of the debate team. Now, going around the bar, that's like one thing. You guys are going to a bar to drink away all your sorrows except for Morrison and Salvarine. Morrison sends
we're just going to be chilling.
I would say Morrison sends you like a little bit of a Tadbird message. She was going to go talk to you, but she saw the entire classroom getting flooded with kids all over the place and says, "You know what? I'm just dip." Just like run out.
What does this school teach?
I'm just dip. I don't need this now.
When does this school teach? What?
When does the school teach? Well, to be fair, she can teach, does she? The lesson plan is just flown straight out the window because she wanted to fuck with the bruiser teacher.
Oh, wait, you know, the terror of coming into our class was finding a gelatinous cube in the closet.
It's been eaten by a dragon.
Yeah. It's been a day.
Meanwhile, at the bar, to where Morrison finally caught up.
Man, you sound like you're actually enjoying life.
Morrison finally caught up to where you guys are now in the bar, looking at the sight of a gnome and an Aarakocra avian speaking in their second drink.
Hey, don't forget me. But I'm not drinking.
How can I forget? It's silvery.
It's good. Huh? English?
It's
I'm sorry.
it's silvery. You have to think. He comes from an elfin. Comes from like one of like the greatest things that he can think. He can make stuff. You know how cool that sounds, Salvery? You can make stuff. You can make a lot of stuff. And your mom is amazing. Your mom is fucking hot. But,
you know, I really appreciate that. You know, I'm sure she would like you saying that. There's there's a lot of things I like about you as well. You know, you always seem to have the right thing to say at the right time. It's honestly incredible.
it sucks about your dad though. Your dad's a maker, and he left, but he took you, but then he left. Then
Yeah,
he left.
it also, you know, kind of took him a while to understand that sometimes the perfect thing to make is not always, you know, perfect.
Dude, Amen. Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that, man. To the stars, to the stars, to the galaxy, to the
Yeah.
moons, to the moons.
And apparently the sun, because I saw that earlier and I was like, whoa, what
the-
is that?
Oh, there's a sun. I didn't see a sun. How
You didn't
is
see
there a
the what?
sun?
No, you cannot be saying I'm the only one. I'm going to drink too, just to prove it is not just me, not drinking that you are not understanding. Look, I will explain to you again after I've had another drink.
You take a drink.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Ever drank?
He hasn't ever drunk before. 17.
He's on a good start. You're able to down a good ale, even though you're kind of a lightweight. You're probably a good lightweight, but you're probably a medium.
I'm probably a lightweight,
but
I'm doing this to prove
you're handling it.
Yeah.
Look at you. There was a sun. I went past sun, but it's night outside. It's night. It's not where people go sleepy. You know what sleepy is, right? People go sleepy at night. I like to do sleepies sometimes. I want to do the sleepies sometimes. You know how hard it is to not do the sleepies? I'm very sleepy. I'm very, very tired of a lot of stuff. I mean, hell.
I get tired of people.
I mean, you guys pretty much know I used to be a part of the Flay of Nine. I hated it because I thought we were doing the justice against the injustice. Turns out the guy that we were in charge of was a fucking psychopath, and he wanted to spread that amongst the entire plains, but it was dumb, and I said, no, you suck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why are people dickheads, man? Why are people very big dickheads? You know what's not dickhead? Women, I can tell you, women are not dickheads. At least we are able to talk to you about our feelings, put everything on the table, take a boob out of the bra like every single person and every single man that has no dick or balls. We
Amen to that. What?
we are very, very, very smart people.
There were a few words that you said that I've never heard in my life, but I will drink to that.
I don't know. For a boy, for a man,
16. Can't say.
You are tobacking them bitches to where you're your second one, dude. You're buzzed, but you don't feel drunk, man. You feel good.
I just look over at Falchion.
Falchion, you're on your third drink.
He's completely spaced out.
Man, you were seeing birds in the sky and the freaking ceiling, man. It's just the air. It's just like the fan in the bar. You were seeing birds, man, and it's just spinning around you constantly.
Man, I don't know why he looked just like that. Hey, look, why does he look like that? I say to Demi.
What? So, hey, Falchion, how do you?
Is he good?
I think he's spaced out.
I don't get it. I think he's turning into a space.
No, I was muted.
I think Falchion's spaced out. He's on his third drink. I thought you could handle it. I thought Falchion.
Man, I did tell you I was a lightweight, and then I just kind of prop my elbow up on the table as I sip my literal sparkling water club soda.
Yeah, the dude on
and
there.
I just set it down forcefully on the table, and I just go ah, and then I look and I just there's a literal groove in the table that looks like a bird, and I just start speaking in Aragog.
You start speaking avian to the little mark. You see
I just go I'm just hey.
I'm does he always act like this? I don't get it. What is wrong with him?
You see a half-elf bartender. Alright, he is done for the night.
Is he good or no?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Because
get
that is not good.
I'm gonna give him club soda for the rest of the
Like,
night.
look at this man.
You see Demi looking at him? Dude, what am I gonna? You see this? You see this? What I mean? You see, he is a man. He does not know how to focus. He is talking to something, and I don't know what.
No, that is not something. That is nothing. This man does not talk to anything.
You see, look, women should be ruling everything. Like, this is the main thing. Women should be ruling everything. Look, you know what we can do? We can make sure there is no fighting in the world. Hell, I even put the ban laws like to every single man in the world. Well, I mean, not you guys. You guys I can actually handle. But like that,
I
that's
mean,
something.
we have to, if there's other idiots out there, we have to be fighting, to save our own self.
You see that? You see what I'm talking about? There's no need for the fuck.
What are you trying to say, Demi? Come on, you can say it. You can say it. I believe in you. I have more faith in you than my father. Because my father has no faith in anyone he doesn't deem respect. Anyway, I hate my father. I will not use his name. No, not for this, no.
Like, see Demi look, oh, so sad. That is so sad. I'm sorry.
You have to be speaking my language. I do not understand this.
Drunken tears have come over. I'm so sorry.
Look, do I need to? Okay. Do yes or no? Do I need to drink the rest of your drink? You obviously you do not. I just grab it. I drink it.
I'm a freaking drink.
15 concept. No, this disadvantage.
On a 15 concept, you back this hoe immediately. Like, you back the freaking drink. This drink is strong, and you are
no fear.
You are having a bit of a reaction, but you don't feel drunk. You can still tell time that you're not fucking drunk, but
I am not.
But you are pretty much you are almost in the delirious zone of drunk, but you're keeping on guard, man. You're fine. You're going against the war of the alcohol. You just see Demi. It's so sad.
I don't, but you can tell me.
The saddest thing in this world that nobody realizes is that the Filet of Nine, they are everywhere. I don't even know so much as like where their hidden bases are.
That is pretty sad, anyways.
The biggest thing about how sad it is that I actually know someone who's in there, who's a very, very, very nice guy.
Hold up, how many of these have you had?
I don't know. I lost count after 18.
Demi, you are kind of crazy. And this one was strong, too. Oh, I didn't even finish it.
I took like one sip and was like, yeah, man, drinking is easy. I just take one sip every now and then. I've never actually finished a cup. They just fill it up when I take a sip, and they're like, oh yeah, he needs more, right? But I'm like, no, because like every time they come around, like every 5 minutes, I literally take like one drink.
Yeah, he's a casual drunk. Got it.
What is it like if I just down the whole thing?
It's like wonderful bliss. You know what else is wonderful bliss? That Filet of Nine member that I was telling you about. That dude is like very fun. You can have a conversation with that man all day. He is
What was his name?
I can't remember. But all I know about him is that he used to be an old war veteran.
Like, you need like serious help. I don't know what else to say.
He used to be an old war veteran. He has a son. I know he has a son. His son is such a sweet boy. He is adorable. He's very adorable. I saw a picture. He looked like, I think he was like 6 or something in the picture that he showed me. But you know what? I'm a woman person myself. I'm a very big woman person myself. But we need men in the world like that. Like good men in the world like that. Like the ones that care for their family, would do anything for them. I mean, I joined the fucking organization that likes to kill every single person under the axe of justice. But we need someone like that man that I know that I'm trying to remember at the moment. That
Sovereign just blinking, just trying to understand.
we need more people. Oh wait, yeah, I remember. Refill. Refill. Holding up her
I
hand.
tell the person that's coming by, she does not need more.
I need more. I need more.
Actually, yes, she does, but she is paying.
I need more.
She does not need more. No, do not give her more.
Real quick, can you tell me what's up? You kind of see Demi looking up. As she looks up, she leans out of the stool seat and falls.
I go over to catch her. I know what's happening.
She falls. Oh, you go to catch her. She's knocked the fuck out snoring.
And looks like I'm going to take you to somewhere, the room or something. Because
Falchion,
you cannot just go to sleep here. No, that is not good.
Falchion, give me an intelligence saving throw real quick.
Is he good?
Let me just.
He just
see
starts
if I can
making out with the
discern.
table.
A 17.
Okay then. 17. You were one off, man. You were one off.
Man.
You were talking into that table saying, hey. You see that table talk. For some reason, the table starts talking back. Oh, hello, good looking. How you doing? Hey, I have never seen an avian like you in the longest.
Oh yeah, talk me up.
How would you
Let me
like?
hear all the compliments you got, and I can't get enough of this.
I can give you a lot of compliments all day. How would you like to hear them in a very seductive way? Would you want to talk to a little bit of an accent, a little bit, give you a little bit of some stank on it, or do you just want me to go up?
At this point, do I realize I'm talking to a table?
Dude, you're 3 drinks in.
3 club sodas in.
You are getting drunk off of club soda. That's how bad I can
told
tell you.
I was a lightweight.
You are a lightweight to the smallest component that does not even have alcohol in it, but somehow got drunk off of it. You are I would say it's you being battle high delirious, mixing in with the club soda, acting like you're in a pseudo drunk state. So, bro, I'll say this: you're 3 club sodas in. How do you think you feel?
I think I feel pretty good, honestly.
Dude, that table looks banging.
If let's just say hollow bones and carbonation don't mix very well.
I will tell you this: if you have a boner and you start humping the table, it's gonna hurt you.
I would have permanent damage because let's just say
I would have brain damage because
Guys.
blunt force and bird bones don't mix.
Dudes, I've heard of someone chopping wood down before, but chopping wood on a bar table is something new. You kind of see that image that you're talking to, that avian language. How bad do you want me to talk dirty to you with some good old compliments? You want it in an accent or just in a sexy compliment way? What is your
and
cup?
he's gone.
Tell me your cup of tea. Be very precise on this one, man. If you want the pleasurable compliments, or do you want the sweet southern stank accent on it?
Man, if I hear a sweet southern, I might just puke, bro.
Please, you think I'm gonna do southern? Try me.
And reason being is because that's Theramore's accent.
Don't worry, I got you, man. I got you covered.
Fuck you!
That kind of talking to that sign. What
So
the-
yeah, give me the southern stuff, and that would sober him up so fast.
You literally are like talking to
You
like,
know,
yeah.
I actually am so drunk. I want to hear this right now.
You can speak avian?
You know, I thought I would have expected something better. This is just honestly not as good as I was hoping.
He gives me
I was hoping to feel something from this, but I just didn't.
Falchion, you hear a compliment come at you.
Kind of like what's his name and
Yeah.
what's that anime?
Of Ace.
Konosuba Aqua.
You
Like
really
the first like episode or two.
Oh yeah, her eating freaking potato chips.
I even tried to feel something, but I just didn't.
Freaking Cosmo over here.
You're literally useless.
Being Cosmo.
Yeah.
You are pretty much just getting a compliment back. The way you shoot a ball just makes me feel all special inside.
And I just hear.
Okay, alright.
I can tell you that was not a southern accent. I can tell you that
Time to
was.
put this away. As
Yeah.
I just down the rest of my.
I like how-
soda.
I like how Gabe is so deaf. He thought that was a southern accent. This man might be drunk.
No, it's just Falchion.
Mhm.
Falchion started to see like an op materializing from across the room.
That's fair. That's actually fair. The way that you shoot a ball makes me feel quite different.
I'm just like, hold on, as I like stumble out of my chair and literally fall. And I just go like, I got something to prove.
Oh, you're gonna start do drunk fighting now?
He's
As
gonna
I'm
jump.
like literally seeing like a shadowy figure, figment of my imagination
Mhm.
of an op across the room.
Oh yeah.
And I just go, hey, in a voice barely audible enough to hear.
Yeah.
You looked at me funny.
You're gonna take a swing. Roll to hit.
Dude, this thing is like, I'm not even close to it. This quote unquote figment of my imagination is like all the way on the other side of the room. Like behind the bartender counter. That's how you know it's bad.
Oh no. And you kind of see like mean mugging you a little bit.
And I just go, what? Can't you see I'm trying to prove myself?
He is not good.
He's like looking at you, still mean mugging, like arms out and everything. Like, what you gonna do?
And I literally like do the motion of drawing a bow, but I'm not holding anything.
Yeah, kind of like do that and like make a shot and just out of nowhere.
I'm just holding my cup of club soda that is now long empty.
As you go to do that and act
And I
like,
quote unquote release the arrow, but I just chuck the glass at the ground.
oh my god! As soon as you do that,
He is not doing good, you guys.
that momentum hits and like hold up your arms. What you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? Actually, like shot your opposition out of nowhere. You feel something come at you at force, and a hit knocks you out to where you're just seeing black. Take
I
8
just open
points.
my eyes and I'm just like,
Yeah,
Mom, did I do it?
take 8 points of damage as you are laid out on the ground next to broken ground.
Oh, funny
Broken
thing, I still
glass.
have 10 temp HP from somewhere.
It's from Yuria. She gave you 10 HP.
So now it's still okay, we're good.
Yeah, you're still good, but you're knocked out on the ground though, next to broken glass. And I will say, as like drunk bar shenanigans, quote unquote, club soda drunk shenanigans, as a blissful night to where Theramore, you get done with your little debate scenario, magic spellcasting going out, and you go up to a Myron, talk to him for a little bit, grab Blackberry, and you head back to your apartment here. And a Myron, while the rest of you shuttle up for the night with just Demi putting down, no, correction, Morrison putting down 10 gold for a few rooms here. And you guys now get a fully full long rest. Your temp HP goes away. So you're back at your max, just no temporary HP. And we're going to end the session with both Demi and, for some reason, Falchion puking in a bucket.
Yeah.
Oh,
uh,
I
tune-
want to erase that image from my head.
It's hilarious, but so fucking funny. We'll see you again next time, guys. Deuces.
Deuces, everybody. Good session.
Good session.